a flight that was supposed to take off around 5 p.m. or 4:45. We stayed in the flight for extra 3 hours or more. I don't know why. We're just inside the flight. It did not move. Hello beautiful people, my name is Tochi and you are welcome back to my channel. Today's video is actually a gist video. I'm going to be giving you the gist of how I traveled to the UK during a pandemic, during the lockdown. I've got so many people asking me questions, about how I traveled, what I did. So I'm going to be giving all the gist and all the details in this video. So please just subscribe to this channel if you're yet to subscribe, and to my returning subscribers, you guys are the MVPs. Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm so excited. Like, I don't know why I'm just excited. I'm just laughing because it's like the first gist video I'm doing, like the first time I'm bringing gist on this channel. So I'm just excited and I'm looking forward to this video. So my husband traveled to the UK before us, and the plan we had was that we're going to join him a few months after. Okay, so we're working towards that. And when it was time for us to travel, like, okay, let me not even jump to that, let me just take it like this. When it was time for us to travel, we started making arrangements, started working towards traveling. I traveled because I was staying in Jos. I was in Jos, Nigeria. So I traveled to Abuja for my medicals and my biometrics. I had my medicals, I had my biometrics, and the plan was I was going to go see my mom. Stay with my mom for some time, and then come back to Abuja and pick up my our passports, myself and my daughters. So I had to choose the option of coming to pick up the passport, because you're going to be asked if you wanted them to send it to you by courier or if you were going to come and pick it up yourself. So I agreed that I was going to come pick it up myself because of the plan we had, that after I finish everything I came to Abuja to do, I would just travel to the east to see my mom, and then probably 1 week after, I would just, once they call me that my passport was ready for collection, I would just come back to Abuja, pick up my passport, get to Jos, pack my things, and fly. So that was just the plan that we had. We didn't know that coronavirus had other things in stock. So in March, I traveled to Abuja, did everything I was supposed to, did my medicals, we did our medicals, did our biometrics, and traveled to the east. And guess what? The day I got to my mom's place was the day they locked down. No, not like the general lockdown though. The day schools closed, like they asked everybody in school to go home and just go home. It's like, oh God. So while I was there, I just saw school children returning. What happened? They said they've closed, that they asked them to go home because of the coronavirus. I was like, okay. And then that was on a Thursday. So by Monday or thereabout, they announced that there was national lockdown. And by the 23rd of March, airports were locked down. They locked down the airports. Oh my God. I was like, what is this? And guess what? We just traveled with few clothes to stay for 1 week. So I just traveled with a small box for in fact, my baby had much clothes, because as a child needed more clothes than an adult. So I just went with few clothes, about 2 church clothes, and I think just few clothes anyway, because the plan was that I was going to stay maybe just 1 week with my mom or thereabouts. Just maybe 1 week with my mom or thereabouts. So lockdown happened though. We stayed there for March. First month there was lockdown. Second month, March, April, May, June, July, we're there. And I was like, okay. So by the end of July, I got a message from UKVI. I think it was on the 28th of July, that my passport was ready for collection, so I should come collect it, because they were open for business. Domestic flights were operating at that time, but international flights were still on lockdown. Okay, they had not started operations at that time. When the message came in, I think on a Wednesday, And I also got I was planning to travel on Thursday so I could go to the office by Friday, but my husband got an information somehow that they don't work on Fridays. Okay, no, they don't collect visas on Fridays, or they don't work on Fridays or something like that. So I had to, leave it and travel by Monday. So early the next Monday morning, we traveled to Abuja. My friend actually took me there. My friend took me to UKVI office in Abuja. I got my passport. It didn't even take time because he was supposed to go to, he said he had a meeting, so he dropped me off there. I picked up the passport. I was to call Uber to take me to where I was staying. But immediately I got there, it didn't even take time. I got my passport and came out. And remember, I didn't know if it was going to be approved or not. So by the time I came out, I just came out to the place, just shifted somewhere, opened it, and I saw that it was approved. Oh my god, I was so excited. I took pictures and sent to my husband. He was so. Let me take you guys back a little to that Monday that I arrived in Abuja. I arrived at Abuja very late. I went to UKVI office on Tuesday, got a passport. Then I left for Jos on Wednesday. Now, as at the time I was leaving for Jos, I didn't know if I was flying, because airports, international flights were still not functional, they were still not operating, they were still on lockdown. So I didn't know what to do. Okay, I just had mixed feelings. I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know what to do. I was just happy that my application was approved. I got to Jos on Wednesday. I just did my laundry. I just said, let me just wash the things I came with on Thursday. So I just washed everything I came with on Thursday. That's Thursday night. Okay, my husband said there was a flight. Remember that they had what do they call it, evacuation flights. Okay, there were flights coming in and going in the name of evacuation, international flights flying in and out of Nigeria in the name of evacuation at that time. So we were actually seeing flights. We contacted so many agents, so many travel agents, and the flights we were getting were so expensive. People were even recommending that we travel to Lagos, then go to Cotonou and fly from there. I'm like, sorry, I'm not doing anything. If it's not a flight from Abuja airport, I'm not going. I'm carrying a child. I'm not ready for this stress, and I've already been stressed already. So I wasn't ready mentally for any stress that would come with traveling to this place and going. I didn't just want any flight that wasn't going to be Abuja. I wasn't traveling. I didn't even want to go to Lagos, because going to Lagos means looking for where to stay and all that. With carrying a child, I didn't want to do that. Okay, so my mind was, I'm going to travel from Abuja. Any flight that comes from Abuja work. So my husband had even made up his mind that any flight from Abuja, no matter the price, we were going to come, because we had stayed away from each other for a long time. Like, so he was just willing to do anything, no matter the cost, for us to travel. So I tried so many travel agents. I went to Instagram, looked for so many travel agents, contacted them. My husband was doing the same, from where he was. We just tried to contact so many travel agents. It just wasn't working. Some of them were just so expensive, unnecessarily expensive, and so me, I was just like, well, anything that comes, I'm just open. So that Thursday night, my husband sent me a message that he had connected to this travel agent. I think their name is Smart Travels. Okay, and there was a flight for Monday. There was a flight going to London by Monday, and it was cheap. It was way cheaper than the ones we've been getting, like way cheaper. The difference in the price was obvious. Like, it was very cheap. My husband was like, he asked me, can you do this? Are you sure? I'm like, oh my god, this is too sudden. Okay. And he was like, let's work towards it, we can do it. I told my mom that, I don't think, let's just leave this thing and wait for the one that will come later in the week or no. My mom was like, when you get there, you would rest as much as you want. Just do all this your journey once and for all, so that you just do the resting when you get there. My mother-in-law said the same thing. So I was like, okay, let's do this. So we started working with it. We booked our flight, did everything, and we did Smart Travels. And this guy, oh my god, he's so good, he's so professional, and he's so trustworthy. Imagine working with somebody you've not seen before, just by someone's recommendation, and the guy just delivered. Like, he was like, on my honor, this is my business, I cannot come and jeopardize my business for anything. This guy was so trustworthy, he's so reliable, and like, he just did everything. Even when we were supposed to take COVID test, like, I asked if COVID test was necessary. He said that he wasn't sure if COVID test was, they needed COVID results, but that I should just take it to be on the safe side. Oh God. So he sent us, recommended COVID centers for tests. I was like, oh my God. And as at that time, the one that they were accepting in Jos, they were closed. They closed the place down. So I had to travel back to Abuja for the test. You can imagine. And I was to fly out on Monday, and this was Thursday night. Okay, I said, okay, let's do this. I went to the market on Friday. I shopped, bought everything I could buy, did just, final shopping, everything, just rush hour shopping. And I got back Friday evening. I started packing. Thank God for my mother-in-law. My mother-in-law helped me to pack everything. Like, we started packing. We packed and packed. Packed everything. I made sure all my documents, the first thing I put in my box. And just packed everything we could pack. I bought the food stuff I could buy. We booked COVID tests for Saturday in Abuja. So I had to travel back to Abuja on Saturday, okay, and then to fly on Monday. So I called my friend back. I'm like, I'm coming back to Abuja. She was like, what happened? I said, see what happened. She was like, come back. I didn't want you to go. So I went back to Abuja and had the COVID test on Saturday. It was even for 1 p.m. or 2 p.m. or something, because we asked them when the result was going to be ready. They said it was going to be ready by Monday morning. I told them I was flying that Monday. They said no, that it was going to be ready before I fly. They will send it to me. So I went for the COVID test. I was like, oh God, what am I going to do? I remembered, I called out my friend. I'm like, see, I need your help. See what's happening. It was not like, see, right now, I'm going to be very honest with you. I don't have money. Like, I'm broke. So if you're going to fuel my car, I don't mind taking you to anywhere you want to go to in Abuja. I was like, okay, that's quite fair. So I sent him the money, and that Saturday he was at the park waiting for me. So he picked me up from the park, took me to the COVID-19 test center. I had the test, and he took me home. I was supposed to be at the airport by 12, according to my husband. So by 11, the plan was that he was going to come by 11 to pick me up from the airport. We'll go to a place and change naira to pounds. We finally got to the airport. He took me to the old international airport in Abuja, because he didn't know that there was like a new international airport building. So by the time we got there, he just dropped me, and they were told that you can't go in, visitors don't go in because of the COVID-19 restrictions. Okay, so he dropped me at the airport, the old international airport, and he went home. So I was left with my daughter, my 2 boxes, and myself. I got there, they told me, where are you going to? I was like, I'm going with them. He was like, Turkish airline. I said yes. They're like, no, that's the new international airport is at that building. Okay, it's no longer here. I said, oh, when I went outside, I saw the building. It was quite a distance. So imagine carrying 2 boxes, carrying a child, and oh God, look at the time. I needed to beat the time too, because I didn't know what to expect. There was lockdown. I didn't know what to do. I've never gone international before, traveled international before, so I just needed to be there on time. I didn't know what was happening. I just said, God, just help me. I pushed the trolley, put my boxes in the trolley, carried my daughter on top of the boxes, and we started running to the international airport. I was just looking like, if you saw me that day, I was looking like, I don't know what I was even looking like. Thank God for good Samaritans. They came to help me. 2 guys helped me, carry the boxes to the place. They followed the shorter road, and just told me to come. I should just relax. They were like, don't worry, the flight has not even landed yet, so just come. By the time I got there, they were like, just relax, calm down, the flight hasn't come yet, the plane hasn't arrived yet, just relax. A Turkish airline, right? I said yes. They said relax. When we got there, the check-in didn't take time because of course the international flight was on lockdown, so it was just that Turkish airline that was operational, that was working at that time. It was just that one flight that was there. So if you're coming, as they are seeing you, they know it's that flight you're going to. So it didn't just take time. You get what I'm saying? So everything just went. I went for check-in, did everything. They checked me in, and I got in. And I got on the flight. I was like, really? I'm traveling? Are you serious? Like, I just didn't believe it. I didn't believe it. And yeah, and guess what? They didn't ask for COVID results. So imagine I had stayed back and rested, and left just maybe Sunday, Sunday evening or something. But they didn't ask for the COVID result. I was like, okay, maybe they will ask for it in London. So we got into the flight. A flight that was supposed to take off around 5 p.m. or 4:45. We stayed in the flight for extra 3 hours or more. I don't know why. We just inside the flight. It did not move. They just kept announcing, sorry for the delay, sorry for the delay. And that was how we ended up staying 3 extra hours inside the plane. We did not move in Abuja. Finally, we took off. And I paid for my child though. We paid, flight money for her, got flight tickets for her, and she didn't sit on her seat. She wanted me to carry her. After paying that huge amount of money for her, I begged her to sit down. She refused. She wanted me to carry her, so I just had to carry her for the long journey. My leg was paining me, like I was just exhausted. I was tired. By the time we got to Istanbul, we didn't spend much time in Istanbul because of the time we spent in Nigeria. The extra time we spent in Nigeria took off to London, took the connecting flights to London. By the time I got to London, I was like, oh my god, this is just like a dream. Like, are you serious? And guess what? I didn't really want to tell much people I was traveling, because I was like, what if I tell them I was traveling and I get to the airport and everything, I still have to go back? What will I say? So I was just like, I didn't know what to expect on my way to that airport, really. So by the time we left the airport, I was like, okay, it was a great relief. So when I got to London, I'm like, is this me? Like, I'm now in London, seriously? And my husband was there, at the airport to pick us up. So he just picked us, and yeah, he was like, oh, my daughter recognized him. And yes, my daughter recognized him. It was like 9 whole months, I think. He traveled with, I think, about 8 to 9 months that we had stayed away apart from each other. That's how Nigeria works, okay? They said the airport was locked, but flights were coming, international flights were coming in and out. You just had to know who to call, to just call the right person or talk to the right person, and that was it. Because so many travel agents really didn't know what was happening. Those that had upper hand and those that knew what's up, that actually knew what was happening. Because so many agents I contacted didn't know what was happening, but Smart Travels came through for us. So thank you, Smart Travels. So if you want to travel, please contact Smart Travels. They are reliable, they are trustworthy, and they'll give you the best rates, like the best service. They are just the best. So Smart Travels, contact them for all your travel plans and your travel arrangements. They'll come through for you. So yeah, so this is the end of this video. Okay, hope you enjoyed my gist. I hope to bring you more personal gist, okay, with time. So thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you have not, and like, share, and I'll see you in my next video. Okay. I'm just excited.